Welcome to the Late Late Night Show with Kimmy Jimmel, where we bring you all the latest Victorian gossip and all the details you need to know about England's hottest, richest, and dirtiest couples. Tonight on our show, our guests are Amelia Sedley, Becky Sharp, George Osborne, and Rodden Crawley. Let us have a little look into their lives.
I'm going to miss you so much, Aurelia. Write to me every day.
I will. I'll miss you too.
Heavens bless you, my child. You've been a wonderful student. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, Miss Pinkerton.
Miss Sharp.
Mademoiselle Azul.
Miss Sharp, I wish you a good morning.
I'm so excited to introduce you to my family.
I'm so excited to meet your family.
Oh look, it's my brother.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Sedley.
Oh, please, it's Joss. Oh, would you look at the time? I have a carriage waiting. My bad. I'll see you soon, ladies.
Look at her. That's Miss Schwartz. She comes from a wealthy family and she's pretty and very talented. I want you to go talk to her.
Hello, George. I love this book of songs. Whose is it?
This is actually my girlfriend Amelia's.
You know Amelia. I knew her when we went to boarding school together.
Yeah, I'm actually planning to propose to her.
I'm so happy for you.
Come over here. How dare you? You were supposed to marry Miss Schwartz.
I will not. I'm in love with Amelia. I will marry her.
I'm the master of this house. I can make you a beggar on the streets.
You were the one who introduced me to Amelia in the first place. I am in love with her, and I will marry her no matter what.
I will not have this rebellious scum as my son. Leave and never return.
Fine!
Hello, Mr. Sudley.
Greetings, Mr. Davis. What brings you here?
I'm actually here for you, Mr. Sudley. I'm here to ask for your approval for George and Amelia's wedding.
What? That Osborne boy. You expect me to give my daughter to the Osbornes after what they did? Never! He was dirt poor when I first met him. It was I who made him the man he is right now, and he betrays me?
It is my belief, sir, that you don't have the power to separate those two. There's no reason for her to be miserable because you're stubborn. That we must do it without you.
You captains are all the same. You know, if his boy marries a poor girl, he'll be furious.
So you give consent?
Woo! I'm single for life.
Aren't you getting married?
Oh yeah.
Do you, Amelia, take George as your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
Do you, George, take Amelia as your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Hello, Amelia!
Oh, the party looks wonderful.
Welcome, George.
How are you enjoying the party?
It looks great.
Look, we even had Mr. Schwartz and Mr. Dunn to attend.
It was so hard to get them to attend. Amelia, let's go catch up and let the boys be, well, boys.
Okay. I am so lucky to have you as my friend and you as my husband.
Here we have Rebecca and Amelia. They have been best friends since they met each other at Miss Pinkerton's Academy for Young Women. So, how long have you guys known each other?
Well, I've known Amelia since we both attended Miss Pinkerton's Academy for Young Ladies, and our life has thus brought us here.
Let's talk backstory. Becky, tell us about your tragic upbringing.
Well, I grew up poor, but my father was a teacher at Miss Pinkerton's Academy, and my mother was French, which is why I'm able to speak French so fluently. My mother soon died when I was little, and after her, my father fell ill. But as his last action, my father wrote Miss Pinkerton a letter telling her to accept me into her school as a pupil.
What do you think about Miss Pinkerton's Academy?
I hated it. All their propriety and etiquette was suffocating. I was glad to have left that place.
Well, what were your plans after leaving?
I was on a quest. Having been a nobody my whole life, I decided to make a name of myself.
What about you, Amelia?
Well, my family gained their wealth as stockbrokers, so as a child I never really understood hardship. However, they did go bankrupt after the war with Napoleon.
So Amelia, you were married to George. How was your life together as a couple?
Well, we were madly in love at first, but I soon realized that he was growing tired of me. I realized what a twat he was once I realized that he was, sleeping with my best friend Becky.
So how did you find out?
Well, I heard it from Becky herself.
So how did this scandalous situation impact you guys' friendship?
I was really upset with Becky. It practically ruined our relationship. However, I'm glad that I heard it from Becky rather than somebody else. I understand why she did it. She wanted me to be happy and get over George and start a new life with Dobbin.
Rebecca, what was it about George that attracted you to him?
Well, George had his way of speaking to me. His tone was always so lovely. He was always flirting with me and making me laugh. He was so satirical. And his letters were so boring, I almost died. But those are the only boring things about him. In person, his words, they caressed me like a blanket.
Now what about you, Amelia? How do you believe your relationship with George had been? Had it been trouble in paradise?
Well, I suppose. Our relationship is just like a lot of others. There's bound to be some ups and downs. After our marriage, there were some major issues between our two families.
Amelia, what will happen next?
It's over with George. I'm with Dobbin now, and I'm happier because of it.
Stay tuned. After a short commercial break from our sponsors, we will bring out Rawdon and George Osborne.
At the very heart of the London borough of Westminster is Mayfair, one of the city's finest residential areas and one of London's most attractive villages. Class, sophistication, and finery are all synonymous with Mayfair. Only Europe's most finest can live here. Come and apply to live in London's most exclusive neighborhood.
Everyone in London is reading? Well, time to stop wondering. Because now it's time for you to pick up a copy of the latest The Gazette newspaper. The Gazette readers immerse themselves into pages filled with the newest news. Find out about the war, find out about the world, find out about the celebrities, and find out about events coming near you. Go out and buy yourself a copy of The Gazette, and you won't regret keeping up with London.
Welcome back. After talking to Amelia and Rebecca, we bring out George and Rawdon. Rawdon, can you please move in a little closer?
I'm going to stay safe if you don't mind.
Gentlemen, I can feel the attention. What's the reason behind it?
I don't want to be in the same room with George. I'm alone sitting near him.
Old friend, you never really let me say my side of the story.
Rawdon, can you please move in? Okay, well, why don't you gentlemen tell us a little about yourselves?
My name is George Osborne. I was born into a wealthy family. My family was close to Amelia's family, the Sedleys. Ever since we were children, we were told that we would marry each other. However, when her family became bankrupt, my family didn't want to be associated with hers. I had to fight with my father to be with Amelia. I was disowned.
Amelia said you left her. Can you give us some insight?
This was during the war with Napoleon. I was called to duty and I marched to battle with the army. I couldn't make it back after the war.
And you, Rawdon?
I come from a powerful family. I'm a lord. I'm an officer in Her Majesty's royal regime. I'm highly decorated and admired by my comrades, and no one has ever challenged me to a duel and lived to tell about it.
Anything else?
I was deceived by the woman I thought I loved.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after this short commercial break, so stay tuned.
Brighton is home of the finest aristocracy in England. The city of Brighton is located only an hour away from London, and it appeals to several age groups. Brighton is even located on the beach with a boardwalk, surrounded by rides, shops, and has a great nightlife. Everyone that comes to live in Brighton does not regret their decision. So take a chance on the bougie Brighton in England and watch success come your way. Bougie Brighton, the richest neighborhood in England.
And we're back, and we've brought back all of our guests.
Why does she have to be here?
Is there a problem?
She cheated on me. She violated my trust.
Rodden, were you aware of Becky's cheating?
No, how could I? She's just a slimy, slippery snake. The only way I caught her was bad timing. If I hadn't caught her then, I would have been completely clueless. Who knows how long it would have continued. Rebecca, you are scum. You cheated on me with Lord Stein, and George too.
I only did what I did to pay off the debts that you put us in.
Well, you only did it for yourself. And you, George, you should have respected my property. Unbelievable.
3. Please, Rodden, settle down. George, why did you cheat on Amelia?
I don't know. Rebecca was the one that came on to me.
It was the other way around, you swine. You're the one who came after me. You sent me all those love letters.
3. Amelia, what do you think of all this?
It was hard for me to accept the fact that George had cheated on me, especially since we had a child together. But I'm married to Dobbin, so it doesn't matter anymore. George, did you ever consider the fact that maybe Becky was using you for your wealth? Wealth and fame are the only things people care about here in London. When they find out somebody's died, all they care about is somebody's inheritance.
Amelia?
Don't. You were the one that left me in the first place. You left me and your son with nothing.
Why aren't you mad at Becky? She's just as guilty as I am.
My time being angry with Rebecca has long passed. Ever since she had told me about your guys' infidelity, I have forgiven her.
Please, Amelia, I never want to hurt you. I love you. I still want to be a family.
What is wrong with you? You don't have the right to say those words to me anymore. If you had really loved me, you wouldn't have left me. You wouldn't have cheated on me. Anyway, I'm married to Dobbin now. Your words mean nothing.
You're right. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry that I hurt you. I don't want to have bad blood with you. Can we still be friends?
I accept your apology, I suppose.
So it seems like George and Amelia have made up. But what about Becky and Rodden?
Is the show over yet? I cannot stand breathing the same air as this witch. You know I'm paying you to leave me alone, right?
And I'm happy to oblige. I think we're done now.
Okay, everyone, that is our show. Thank you for watching. Tune in next week for more drama.